What's good, YouTube, man? It is your boy Shy, back with yet another video, man. And listen, today, after the summer league's all said and done, I think it's time to redraft the 2023 NBA draft picks based on what we've seen in the summer league. Now, some of these players didn't play throughout the entire summer league, but some of these players did, and we can give a great evaluation and a more clear, more accurate comparison for these players. I am not an expert. I am just a fan of basketball, played the game my entire life. So, I like to get deep into these kind of things because it's good to talk basketball. Like, bro, sitting in the barbershop debating on who should have went first, who should have went second, that is life for me. You feel what I'm saying? Growing up in Chicago, that is life, bro. So without further ado, don't take any of my opinions personal. You feel what I'm saying? Don't take any of my opinions personal. However, you are free to debate in the comment section. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Let's go, y'all. So diving into the first draft pick, we have Victor Wembanyama. Now, listen, this is inevitable. Like, people around the world, you knew that the Spurs were going to take Wembanyama. They would just be fools not to take him. Now, is it a gamble? Yes. Could it pay off? Yes. Is he a generational talent? Yes. A lot of things can be true all at once. But me personally, my gut is telling me that he is not going to be the player that we think he's going to be. Now, I'm all for him proving me wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I think he's going to have a similar career to Porzingis. Now, Porzingis can hoop, but he was never much a factor when it comes to, being that guy. You feel what I'm saying? He's been bounced around. He plays the same everywhere he goes, but never has hit that ultra ceiling that he could have had with his size and, basketball ability. Now, Victor can have a chip on his shoulder, and prove everyone wrong. And I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for it, but my gut is telling me that he will not be the player that we think he will amount to be. Nonetheless, he's going to be number one pick regardless. Number two pick in the NBA draft, we have Brandon Miller from Alabama. Now listen, Brandon Miller coming in, he faced a lot of adversity, dealing with that ongoing charge that happened to Alabama. He was proven, innocent. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't convict him of any charges. Therefore, he went number two. Now, do I think that he should have been a number two pick? No. But for the Hornets, I couldn't see them going any other way. You feel what I'm saying? Brandon Miller is that hybrid Paul George kind of feel to him. Like, he can fill it up from the 3-point line, create his shot going mid-range. But one thing I want to see with him, I just don't see that spark or that drive. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he can hoop. Don't get me wrong. He's a good basketball player. But I just don't see that, I'm about to go at you for 48 minutes. I don't see that. But that, what? That's kind of like how the Hornets draft, though. LaMelo doesn't have that in him, but he's a hooper. Now, with him getting this big contract, LaMelo might take that next step. However, what he's been showing since he's been in the league is that he'll take some days off, and some games he'll look like a completely different player. I think that this was a good pick for the Hornets. I can't see them going to get another guard after paying LaMelo, $200 million. So yes, I think Brandon Miller should have stayed at number two. This is where things get a little tricky. Now, we've seen Scoot Henderson play in a couple games in the summer league before, the Portland Trail Blazers ultimately, put him to the side and doing what they got to do, to protect, their third round draft pick. Scoot Henderson could be a very good player. He is a very good player. However, going to the Blazers with Anthony Simmons and Damian Lillard playing at the level that they're playing, I don't see how he can come in and fit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see how he can come in and leave his mark. Now, maybe in the second unit, yes, but I just think it's going to be too much Damian Lillard and too much Anthony Simmons for Scoot Henderson to really take that next step in his career. Now, if Dame leaves This gives Scoot Henderson the ability to really showcase what he truly is, and which is a true shooting guard. I don't believe he's a one guard. I think Scoot Henderson is a true shooting guard that can fill it up in isolation basketball, pick and roll basketball. He excels in transition as well because he finishes strong. I just don't think that was a good pick by the Blazers. I think personally the Blazers should have went with someone like one of the Thompson twins, Cam Whitmore, people like that. I just don't think that, they should have went Scoot Henderson, but maybe they got it all figured out. And with Damian Lillard's whole, fiasco he got going on, they probably was like, yo, we got to get some back for this. And they went with Scoot Henderson. Now, we're going to pay attention and see, what he does there. But I just think I got a weird feeling that, with those two guards and at the guard level of play, that he's not going to be able to, make that impact that he probably wants to make right away. Now, the Thompson brothers, I don't think that the brothers could have went any higher or lower, man. Listen, the Rockets got a futuristic hybrid point guard in Amin. And the Detroit Pistons got a stellar motor. Like, dude is like, how can I explain it, bro? He has Ausar has all the intangibles. He has the playmaking ability, the rebound ability, the defense ability. He has the knowledge to know basketball a play ahead. And anytime you're a play ahead of the people that you're playing against, bro, you're going to be playing at a different level. You feel what I'm saying? He doesn't leak for dunks. He's in the paint battling with the big man. I think he had a game where he had 19 points and 14 rebounds, bro. Like, that's unheard of for a small forward, a guard, to have those type of stats in today's league. So I think the Thompson brothers, they do have two different games, similar athletic ability, but two different games. I think one is a true point guard and one is just a freak of nature when it comes to just having a motor that just goes. Now, I really couldn't really gauge Amin because he, sat out most of the time for the Rockets, but Ausar has a motor that I have not seen in a young NBA player in a long time. And a lot of people got mad at me when I said that he reminds me of Stanley Johnson when he first came out of college and high school. Stanley Johnson was really recruited highly out of college into the NBA and out of high school into college because he had a motor. You feel what I'm saying? A motor defensively. You can't teach a motor. Like, you just can't. It just has to be within you. You just got to have that dog in you. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that Stanley Johnson had that, but his game didn't translate offensively in the NBA, which made him, a one-dimensional player and a player that, is going to get bounced around. But notice Stanley Johnson's impact when he went to the Lakers. In just that short stint of time, he energized the Lakers by just raising his level of play defensively. Now, Ausar has that in an offensive bag. Detroit has a good mold with a new coach coming to where they could take that next step and win some ball games and win them in tremendous fashion. Anthony Black, I don't think Anthony Black should have went number 6. I'm going to kind of jump ahead here. Anthony Black did not impress me. I didn't like his game when he was at Arkansas. Of course, he filled it up. He was he's a good basketball player, but I don't think Anthony Black is better than Cam Whitmore. I don't think Anthony Black is better than Grady Dick. You feel what I'm saying? So these are things where players just end up going to places where, they shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? I think he's definitely not a top 6 draft pick. 100%. But it's the Orlando Magic. They typically make these similar type of picks anytime they get up in the top 10. The Pacers selected, Bial, I can't even say his last name, Coulibaly. He played with Victor Wembanyama on the Metropolitans 92. He was then traded to the Wizards. Now, Bial is Bilal, am I saying this right here? I don't want to butcher his name. He has a good game. However, he reminds me of Jaylen Brown when it comes to the shakiness of his handle. He does not have a crisp ball handle. And that could be, him playing, overseas and not really being, you don't really overseas, you don't really see small forwards that can like really dribble the ball. Now Luka is exceptional at this, dribbling the ball, but he's just not fast with the ball. You get what I'm saying? Like, the guards, they're homegrown in the United States of America. These small forwards, they're hybrids. They're point guards. You know what I'm saying? These are true point guards sometimes at their stature. And I think y'all needs to, I don't know how to say his name. I'm just calling BC. But I think he needs to tighten up his handle and, attack the rim, looking to score. A lot of times he attacks the rim and picks the ball up right away. I want to see him going to the rim, finishing with that big body that he has. You know what I'm saying? And, excelling to the next level. Jarris Walker, he was decent. He was decent. I don't really got nothing to say about him. I don't think he's, after seeing some of these players play, man, I don't see them being at the top. I think a lot of these other players in between fell right to where they should be. However, I would move Cam Whitmore from 20 all the way up into the 6th pick. I think that the Magic should have took Cam Whitmore, bro. Magic, Hornets, Blazers, man, the Wizards. I can go on and on. This dude's game is phenomenal, bro. Big body, 6'7". He reminds me of a young Carmelo Anthony. Not so much in the ISO post-up game, but the big body, mid-range shot, long-range shot, and can get to the rim. That was young Melo. Young Melo was, a different type of player. He didn't really settle into that, that high post, isolation until the later on, parts of his career where he excelled at a tremendous level. But I think Cam Whitmore is going to be a true X factor. I think that he's going to leave the Rockets one day and go to a team and be the guy on that team. Like, it's just what it is. Like, just seeing him play, he just needs to fix his decision making. He overthinks a lot of things. You see him drive to the rim. He doesn't know if he wants to finish through the contact or try to find the shooter. And, when you start to overthink in basketball, it will show in your play. However, the dude had a phenomenal summer league and he was ultimately the MVP. I think that he should be moved up regardless. The Raptors, Grady Dick. I was impressed with Grady Dick, but it was something about him that didn't scream, I want to win games. He's just out there hooping. You feel what I'm saying? He's just out there hooping. Now, granted, this is a summer league, but I don't think Toronto won one game this summer league. Now, Grady Dick was balling. You know what I'm saying? He was balling, bro. But I don't think in an NBA setting against the people of his stature, Grady Dick's like 6'5", 6'6". He's going to be going against the big boys. You feel what I'm saying? He's going to be going against the Brons, the KDs, you know what I'm saying? The Paul Georges, the Kawhi Leonards, the Luka Doncic's, you know what I'm saying? The Devin Bookers, I don't think that he can handle that magnitude of a player, bro, like some of these other guys that's in the draft can. Now, he could be proving me wrong, and he could be a big steal for Toronto, knowing that Fred VanVleet went to the Rockets. It gives him an opportunity to come in and play right away because there's going to be a lot of guard minutes. But I don't think he has that dog in him, bro. This ain't college, man. This ain't college. A couple other guys I want to cover. Let's see here. Jordan Hawkins. He didn't shoot the ball well this summer. He didn't shoot the ball, but he did have some flashes, but he did not shoot the ball well at all. The Lakers picked up Jalen Hood-Schifino. Very, very slow pace, under control guard who those type of players excel playing with LeBron and AD. If you look at Austin Reeves, he's not the fastest. He doesn't jump the highest, but he plays under control and he gets to the spots that he needs to be in. And I think Jalen matches Austin Reeves entirely. Now, I think he's more athletic than Austin Reeves, 100%. Is he the better shooter? No, but he has a decent mid-range game and he's a strong big guard. So I think that he's going to fit in really well with the Lakers. Also, Max Christie had a really good summer league as well, averaging just above 20 points a game. So, a lot of these teams did really good in the draft, man. And some of these players, I don't think they should have. I think Chris Murray is better than, some of the guys that went in front of him as well. That's the guy with the twin brother that plays for the Kings. Let's see who. Let's see one more. I think I had one more guy who I seen that I thought should have been moved up. Or did he fall into the second round? Oh, yeah, Imani Bates. I think Imani Bates was a top 10 pick. I think the only reason why he didn't go top 10 is, because of the gun allegations and being charged with it. I think that's the biggest thing. I think the reason why he didn't go top 10 is because he was labeled a gangster. Now, yeah, he made a mistake. He was at the wrong place, wrong time, doing something he had no business doing. But you got to think about it. He fought a lot of turmoil in his college career, leaving Memphis, not getting the playing time, back injuries, catching that case at Eastern Michigan, but still coming back and then playing and then going absolutely berserk throughout the rest of his college career. I think that, that cemented him to at least get a shot. And with that shot, he led the Cleveland Cavaliers to a Summer League championship. The guy is going to be one of the, if not top 3 rookies in the rookie race this year, without a doubt. I think other than that, I don't really have too much more people to speak on from my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? I do believe the guy from the Nuggets, Hunter Tyson, is also one of those sneaky guys who are going to fly underneath the radar and be really good. And Kobe Brown did really good with the Clippers. So there's a lot of people there, but my takeaways from this, I think Imani should have won the top 10. I think Cam Whitmore should have won the top 10. And I also believe that that's it. Those are my 2. I think those are my 2 that should have been in the top 10 over either Anthony Black, Jarris, Bilal, and Taylor Hendricks. I think that those 2 guys deserve to be in the top 10, bro. Without a doubt. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. It's your boy Shy. I'll catch y'all boys on the next one, man. Peace out, y'all.